Live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know.
What's going on, movie meals? We're the nice guys.
Oh, I
Get it?
Because it's the Nice Guys movie review, isn't it?
No, Kyle, we're here for Neighbors 2.
Oh.
No, that'll be next video.
Oh. But until then, it's the Nice Guys spoiler review.
We just saw the Nice Guys as a spoiler review. We've got cereal because we have no food in the house because we're poor.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk the Nice Guys. You guys know the drill. We're going to talk about things we like, things we didn't like, and then wrap it up and give it a score out of 10. Kyle, why don't you go first? What'd you like about this?
I liked going into a movie where it's not part of a franchise, it's not a spin-off to anything, it's just a movie where we can just sit down, have no clue what's gonna happen, and just enjoy the ride. And man, do we enjoy the ride with the Nice Guys. Shane Black is a great director, and he is a great director with this kind of genre. It was fun to watch, action was good, and the comedy was spot on in most parts here and there. And man, the chemistry just hit between the main leads, Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Overall, this movie's just fun to watch just for being a movie, not having to lead off into anything, but just being its own kind of film.
Absolutely, I second all that. What really sold me is the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Shane Black. I haven't seen as many of his movies as I need to see, including Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I need to see that, especially after seeing this.
Need to see it.
I really like this movie. But the dynamic between Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, thank you, I was spacing for a second.
Yeah.
And then the actress who plays the little girl, his daughter, is phenomenal. Their chemistry is hysterical. There are little one-liners that keep you going. And some of the jokes, I'd say this kind of segues into negatives. I'm not trying to do that too quick, but the humor is really good. It's not as laugh-out-loud funny as I was expecting.
Yeah.
But that's because I found that the laugh-out-loud moments were all in the trailers, and so I knew they were coming. They were still enjoyable in the film, but I will say the trailers kind of gave a little too much away, a little too much of the humor, but there were some jokes in there I wasn't expecting, and they hit on point every time. That Richard Nixon joke killed me. And like we were talking earlier, the joke with Amelia in the bedroom, and it's like, so you made a porno. No, it's an art film. All right, so when you made the porno, no, it's an experimental, the porno. Like, I have heard that argument between film kids that I know all the time. Like, it was just funny. It's such satire humor, and I loved it. It was such an enjoyable ride. And you're right, not being a sequel was very pleasant. Like, not being
Which it's not a bad thing.
rehash.
It's just nice to every once in a while have a movie that can just do that for you. Going back to having unexpected things. Two things I was unexpected with was Russell Crowe and the little girl. I'm spacing on who the little girl is, but I really like both of them. I especially Russell Crowe. I didn't think this was a kind of movie that he would be able to do well in, but he had great chemistry with Ryan Gosling, like you said.
Chemistry.
He was great in the action roles. He's up in his age, isn't he? About 50, give or take.
Russell Crowe?
Yeah. He's
I
about
think
50, so maybe not, but it just surprised me that he was able to have such great action scenes with that. His comedy was on point too, not only just with his one-liners, but between other characters like Ryan Gosling. And the little girl, I didn't expect the little girl to give such a good performance, but I mean, besides a couple of lines I didn't think she did well on, for the most part, she carried herself well and was able to go toe-to-toe with the leads pretty well, I thought. So that was a very good
really
positive for me.
I mean, the acting overall was pretty dang good. Even her friend was pretty funny. I mean, and yeah, the dynamic between the little girl and either Russell Crowe or Ryan Gosling's character, and then the three of them together, the two of them, like, it was just so entertaining to watch them. I wouldn't mind just sitting down and watching those characters portrayed by those actors just more. Not that I want a sequel or anything, but just seeing them is just funny. Their wit, their banter, the way the characters are. It's so Shane Black, and you can feel it. And it was a good movie.
It's definitely within his, Shane Black's realm, that's for sure. Especially with having it being set in the 70s era. He's really good at having those kind of different eras have the tone of that era done really well in his movies. And I think he nailed it with Nice Guys. So that's another positive for me.
And it has a few. I mean, there were laugh out loud moments. I had a couple, but not as many as I was expecting going in. But I will say this, it's going to be one of those movies where you watch it the first time, and you're like, man, I enjoyed that. That was funny. There's a good amount of one-liners, a few laugh-out-loud moments. But unlike, I can't really think of a comedy right now off the top of my head, but it's going to do that thing where 3 days from now, a week from now, when other people are talking about it, or even a couple months from now when we're like, hey, man, when we saw The Nice Guys, and we quote something we like, and then we laugh because we think it's funny, it's got that returnability factor, I think, that's going to stay for a long time of people enjoying the jokes and enjoying the chemistry they all had and remembering those moments as compared to like, man, that movie was funny, I laughed out loud a lot, and then not really remember anything else.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I think, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I haven't seen it yet, but from what everybody has told me, it's kind of like that.
Yeah,
so
it is for sure.
I think that's a strength of the film.
And not only is going, sorry, I'm kind of interrupting you there.
Go for it.
Not only has their action and comedy, but there's also a really good mystery story to it. I mean,
There is.
I mean, I like that it was just a different kind of mystery. I mean, yeah, it's a whodunit or who framed who kind of story, but just like the overall plot to it was kind of different to me. Like having to go from dead porn stars to to trying to find the porno film. It was just different, and it was nice to see like a more funnier kind of mystery in a way.
You take that element out, it doesn't work. It worked well, and it was not only, I mean, you're like, yeah, I enjoy these characters, but having that element of like, well, who did actually do it? What is actually going on? Makes you want to continue watching the film.
Yeah, for sure.
Any negatives, my man?
Yeah, so for the two leads, they were trying to find this girl named Amelia. And when they finally found Amelia and brought her to Ryan Gosling's place, she had one or two scenes where she was portraying the character. And I don't know whether it was just the character that was, the way the character was written, or maybe it was the actress. I did not enjoy her one bit. And maybe I wasn't supposed to enjoy her, but something, I don't know if it was the writing or if it was the actress herself portraying the character. For some reason, it just fell flat for me.
I think that's the way the character's supposed to be.
Yeah, probably, but for some reason, for me, it just didn't click well. And when she got killed, I was like, yes, all right, go back to the leads. Let's see some more stuff from them. Just the character or the actress didn't work for me. A couple of the jokes also were a little bit of a miss for me. Like you could tell they were supposed to be funny, but it just didn't click for me. And I think of a few of the lines that the child actress said also fell a little flat, but for the most part, she was a good standout.
There was a couple lines that you could tell she was a child, but or not tell she was a child. And she was, a younger actress, still learning the craft and everything.
Yeah, still.
But she did a great job. She steals a lot of the scenes. I found the character of Amelia annoying as well when she really spoke and talked, but I do think that was the point of her character, and I can't say I was like upset at her death, and I don't fault you at all for thinking that way.
I'm just an awful person.
Yeah, we knew that. But I mean, I think that's the way her character was written. And there were some moments with her. I mean, that scene alone I found very funny because I sympathize with that. I've seen those arguments and stuff before, so it was interesting to see that. But the real thing that hit me was that I was expecting a little bit more laugh-out humor, and I was a little bit bummed at some of the jokes. They didn't all hit, like you said, and some of them, a lot of the big ones I felt were given away. Like, we had a couple of older couples in our theater sitting in front of us, and I saw a couple behind us when we were walking in, and older couples are, they're not online checking, oh, look, the night TV spot of this movie has came out, I want to check it out. And so they laughed out loud at a lot of those moments. And you could tell that they probably, saw this on TV once, and they were like, oh, cool, this looks great, let's go see it.
Yeah.
And they really enjoyed it. So stuff like that, I think the trailer gave out a little too much, which kind of bothered me. But it worked. It still worked. It was an enjoyable film. I definitely enjoyed my time. And I probably will be quoting this movie, for a couple weeks.
Well, that's good to hear.
It's a good thing one of our dear friends may have not seen it with us, because he wouldn't stop quoting it. You know who you are. Kyle, you got a score to 10?
Score out of 10. Fun movie. Very funny. Great job by Shane Black. I think I'll give this a solid 8.5. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I would recommend a lot of people to go out and check this movie. It will be worth your time.
Yeah, I second all of that, except I'm going to lower that score just a little bit. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Whoa.
Hey, I know, that means I hated the movie.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Yes.
No. Movies it's so much fun. It's worth seeing in the theater too. You could see it at home and still probably get the same enjoyment. But it's fun going to the theater. It sucks you in a little bit more, and it's very much enjoyable. Please go see it. It deserves your money. It really does. At a packed weekend, we're gonna be seeing Neighbors 2 probably tomorrow night, and we'll have a review up for that as well. Looking forward to that, and possibly an Angry Birds review as well. So
Yeah.
watch out for that on the channel.
It's a slammed weekend, that's for sure, but we'll get it all done.
It's gonna be like that for a while.
Yep.
All right, guys, thank you for watching, especially you, Mother. And, we love you guys, and go check out these films.
Like, subscribe, tell your friends, comment below. Let's start a conversation about the movie. Did you guys see it? What do you like? What do you dislike? Are you gonna go see it? Let us know. And thank you for watching our videos, guys.